Okay, I finished another book, and I'm so excited to talk about it. Here's the thing. You know how when you were in school, your teachers assigned you books and you automatically disliked them because they were assigned? The thing is that we teachers, and even librarians, feel that same thing sometimes. So this is a book that I needed to read because it's a book for our book club that we're going to compete in the Battle of the Books with. And yet there was just everything inside me was like, I don't want to pick this book up. I'm not interested in it. And then I picked it up and I got sucked in, and it was great. It was a great book. I want to talk about The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. So first of all, this is the first book in what so far is a duology. And this book is about a young girl whose name is, what is it? Avery. You guys know how, if you've watched my videos ever, you know I'm terrible with names at this point. Avery Grams. And she is, a good kid who's had a little bit of a rough life. And ultimately her goal is to graduate, get a scholarship, get out of town, get a job that pays well, and just live, a relatively normal, happy life. Until one day she discovers that she has been left an inheritance from the richest man in the state of Texas, one of the richest men in the country, who left her $46.2 billion. The crazy thing is, she's never met the man before in her life. Not only has she never met him, she doesn't know who he is. She doesn't know anything about him, basically. And the one stipulation of her getting this money is that she has to go and live in this house that he created called Hawthorne House, which is basically the house where him and his whole family lived. It's a massive house. It has multiple theaters, like a movie theater and like a play theater. And it has like a bowling alley and a spa and like 8 libraries or whatever. And so she has to live there for a year. And a bit of, more of the issue is that she has to live there with the family of this guy who passed away. This family that he disinherited in favor of giving her the money. And they, of course, have a lot of different perspectives on her. Like one guy thinks, one of the grandsons, there's 4 grandsons, one of the grandsons thinks that she is like a con woman who like duped his grandfather out of the money. Another thinks this is part of one of his grandfather's games, because his grandfather was massively interested in like riddles and rhymes and schemes, and there's all kinds of like hidden passageways in the home, and there's clues to more information, something else that he wanted to communicate before he passed on. There's danger. Avery is at one point in danger, and in addition to that, there are some stories about some things that happened to other people who used to live in that house. It was an unput-downable book. I really didn't want to put it down at all. I definitely want to read the sequel, and I think that you should find The Inheritance Games and pick it up.